Lagan Valley Regional Park is Northern Ireland's first and only regional park, covering 4,200 acres of countryside and 11 miles of riverbank. Lottery funding has been used to cover the running costs of various elements, including tools, materials and training costs, and also the restoration of the beautiful Lockkeeper's Cottage, and that was part of my challenge for today's visit to Lottery Lights. I had to learn about the Lockkeeper's Cottage and then be quizzed on it by volunteer at Lagan Valley Regional Park, Jackson. Well, here we are inside Lockkeeper's Cottage. Here's Jackson. Hello, how are you today?
Grand, sir.
It's lovely and warm in here outside. We've got a nip in the air today. But this is exactly what we need.
That's why I'm in here and you're like...
Yeah, we need to get one of these in City Bit. So you're going to give me a whirlwind tour, I believe, of this particular cottage.
It won't take very long, yes, certainly, by all means.
And then you're going to quiz me on it.
Oh, even better, right.
Because I believe you're the man that knows everything there is to know about this particular cottage.
Well, I don't know a makeup, so... here we have the kitchen, the dining room, the lounge.
Oh, let me see. This is it.
Basically, there's the master bedroom next door, and there are two bedrooms upstairs, believe it or not.
Okay, but this is the kitchen,
That's the kitchen.
Kitchen.
That's the dining room.
Okay.
That's the lounge.
Right.
And the rest for sleeping in and what have you.
Hold on. You just can't imagine living in a house this size nowadays. Most living rooms or toilets are this size.
Precisely. And
that's a good question, actually. Where is the toilet? You didn't mention bathroom here.
I didn't, because it was a shed out the back.
Okay.
Dry type thing, but we consider there were 12 people living here at the one time. 10 kids and the parents in a room in a house this size.
Unbelievable.
It's, believe it.
It'd be a bit of a tight squeeze.
Well, look, we're very lucky. One of the daughters of the last lockkeeper lives up in Beaver Estate, Dorothy. And she was born next door here. And she's been down and has told us a whole lot about the place, because she lived here and
she's been a teenager. Lived through it, yeah.
Yeah. It's brilliant, because you can ask me questions, things that people say, how do you feed 12 people?
That's a very good question.
Exactly. Like I'm going to know. Dorothy, how do you feed 12 people?
Yeah.
In shifts. The father got fed first, and then anybody going to work and what have you, and then worked their way down, and the mother and babies would get fed last.
So you have like a call? Did they have a bell that they rang, and
well,
they came when the bell rang, like school?
I haven't got the details of it worked out, something along those lines.
Aye.
We're cheating a little bit with the fire here.
Oh dear.
Or the kitchen. It should be in the front bit. It should be here. Because the hooks for hanging the pots and pans on are up in the first half of the
Okay, just up here?
Just up in there. There's one there, and the rest would hang down there. When Dorothy lived here, that back bit was blocked off.
Yes.
All the cooking out here.
And the chimney was up?
Yes. It wasn't until the restoration that was opened up, and the two flues go up and they join up here somewhere. Best guess is that's a sort of an oven, or was used as an oven at one stage. You'd start your stuff in the front.
And move it in?
Move it back in, put a lid over it, pile coals around it, and get on with the rest of your food. But there was no crane, or there were no turntables here. It was just the hooks coming straight down.
And you hung everything on there?
Everything on there. Right, well, this is the master bedroom. Parents' room, really.
Just over here.
Probably a crib or a cot, because as I say, they had 10 children at the time. It's a quarter of the size of the house, so you can't waste that in just one bedroom. So it's also the parlour, the good room.
Okay.
Dorothy, a lady who was born here, tells us that when her parents had neighbours or visitors coming in, they'd be shown in here, light the fire, like the Sunday room.
Oh yes, like at the dining, the
push.
The front room.
The front room,
as opposed to the living room.
And the fact that the bed's in it has nothing to do with it whatsoever. It's
just at the side.
You can't put things away. And then the kids would have been fired off to go away and play somewhere else.
Outside in the lovely weather.
Precisely, regardless.
Unlike now when they've got the Xboxes and the Disney Channel.
The floor, the quarry tile floor is rather good, in that, again, when Dorothy lived here, that was lino. And we didn't know about that until the restoration came along and they lifted the lino up, and bingo, they found these lovely quarry tile floor, which people would now kill for.
I want to say, that actually looks good. You can buy like wooden floor now that looks like that.
This is where they got the photograph from.
Yeah, that's how they printed this on.
But that's about the size of it. The stuff is of an era. We're not really sure how long to take this. It goes back to the 1750s. So we can't reproduce all those periods. So this goes back, and we're saying 1900. And the stuff here is of that period.
Well, you have one more thing actually, one quick story. You told me earlier on about the pans underneath the bed.
Yes, the gazunders. We had a young fella in here, I don't know, 7, 8-year-old, and he was pointed those things, asked me what they were.
Yeah.
And you've got to be delicate in these matters, so I was saying, well, you know, the toilet was outside, and middle of the night, if it was raining, you could use one of those instead. And he looks at me for a long time and he says, "What did you do? Put it over your head to keep the rain off?" That's for real.
The naivety of children, eh?
That's the lateral thinking. I thought was
that's true, yeah. Also lateral thinking. No, it all looks fabulous, and I've never actually been down here before, so I'll definitely have to come back at some point and take a look around. Definitely down there for a dander as well outside.
It's a great place to be.
Fabulous park outside. But to complete this challenge, as we're calling it today, you have to ask me some questions. I have to try and take in all those names and people and you were talking about, and years and dates, and I was rubbish at history. I got like a D in history at school, so we'll see how this is going to work out.
Well, okay. How many lived here at the one time? Many people?
You told me there was 10 kids. That's right, because they were upstairs at either sides of the room, and then there would obviously been the parents. So we'll go for 12.
Well done.
Was it 12?
That's one.
Brilliant.
That's one. Very good. Very good.
Right, let's see if we can get to 5.
Right. The cottage was originally built in what decade, as far as we know?
Is this one of these trick questions where like it's centuries where it's a different
no trick.
You add one on or something and all that sort of nonsense?
It's just that I don't think anyone has an exact date for it, so I'll settle for.
Well, I was hearing a particular 1750 being mentioned a lot.
That would be it. Yes,
we'll
settle for that.
This is going better than
the answer.
My history teacher better be watching this.
When did the last person live here?
Oh, that was 1993, you said.
This is not bad, no? Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I think.
One of the sons of the last lockkeeper.
Yeah.
What's the name of the lockkeeper's daughter?
I knew this was
called. Still has helped us a whole lot here with telling us how things were done and how the restoration worked. Daughter's name?
I'm not sure, but the name Sophie's coming to me. I'm not sure if it's Sophie.
Wouldn't be it.
It's not Sophie?
Yeah, it's not Sophie. We'll give you another chance at that. Can I give you a clue at all?
See if you can give me a clue. I thought it was a Sophie.
Well, you might think a connection could be a film, which some people might think
Garfield.
Was Australian. It was Australian.
Australian?
That's a bit... chase that, we see. You might think the title of the film was Australian. Like, what do you call Australia?
What do you call Australia? Australia.
No, in colloquial terms, we're in the...
Oz?
Yes. Now, can you think of a film with Oz in it?
Dorothy.
Well done,
we got there in the end. We got there in the end.
A little bit of help. A little bit of help.
That's that. How many is that now? That's 4.
That's 4.
Right. One more.
Think of another one here. Right. What is the recess at the back of the fire, where the fireplace, where the fire is actually contained? No, it was originally used for.
Originally used for. Oh, it was sort of. This is me thinking of my stomach. My stomach again, and it's like a pizza oven where you put the pizza in.
We'll settle for the word oven.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the pizza there because you were talking about it earlier. I was thinking, I need to go get lunch.
Yeah, well, there you are. I think it's 5 out of 5.
I think I done all right out of that.
I'm a brilliant teacher, aren't I?
You are a very good teacher. You should be teaching me history in school. And I actually remember this. No, nice to meet you today, Jackson. Of course, this is down here. The public can come down.
Oh yes, we're open as varying hours, but we try and open as long as possible. We've got a band of people like myself, idiots, who come down here and open for a couple of hours and show people around. Anybody has any doubts about it, there's a website, there's a phone number, you can find out when it's open. Over the winter, obviously, we don't open late in the afternoon. Summer hours are longer, sort of 11 to 3 I think would probably be the optimum time, but check it, come down, we're here, fire's lit.
Weekends as well, yeah?
Unfortunately not, we're working on that one.
We're
working on that one, but there are complications, but Dave there has a schedule and special occasions coming up.
It'll all be on the website, laganvalley.co.uk.
Yes, it'll be there, and hope to see as many people as possible.
You can pop down and even go for a dander if it's a lovely day outside.
Yeah, either direction, it's great. And you've the full
down to Lisburn.
If you so desire.
Do a bit of shopping, maybe Taryn bringing it back. But
and you've Beaver Forest to walk through as well.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's a great wee spot.
Brilliant facility down here. Nice to meet you today.
At all.
Thank you very much for your time.
Anytime at all.
Right, we'll be back tomorrow. More challenges. Tune in to Mark Lima tomorrow from 6 AM on The Breakfast Show.